everyone, it's Sarah from Stampin with Love.net. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Today I wanted to bring you this lovely little box that I made for Easter. It is made using the Sweetest Thing DSP, which is so fun and bright. And Fable Friends Easter greetings with a gorgeous, finished off with a gorgeous butterfly from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. And when I open up the ribbon and take off the lid, you can see that it's actually an exploding box, and it has an insert attached to it that holds 4 Oreo Cadbury eggs, so it's a perfect little Easter gift. The Oreo eggs are exactly the same size as Cadbury Creme eggs, so if you've got someone that prefers those, you can just put them in and replace them easily. It's just that my friends, I don't have any that like Cadbury Creme eggs, so I've gone for Oreo ones, and they go really well with the paper too. So obviously it's in 3 parts. You've got the box base, the insert and the lid, and I thought I would show you exactly how I made it. So I'm bringing in my scoreboard, and I've got 3 pieces of cardstock here, starting with a piece of Melon Mumbo cardstock for the base of the box. This measures 10 inches by 10 inches, and we're going to be scoring at 3 inches on all 4 sides. Next, moving on to the insert that holds the 4 eggs in place inside the box. This is a piece of cardstock that's been cut at 10 inches by 5 3/8 of an inch. And starting on the long side, we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Four 5/8 of an inch. 5 3/8 of an inch. 9 1/4. And then we're going to rotate our cardstock to the short side, and we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch on both sides. And finally, for the lid, this is a piece of cardstock that's been cut at 7 1/16 of an inch by 7 1/16 of an inch. And we're going to score this at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. And that's all our scoring done. So the easiest thing to do is to start by building each part separately, I think. So I'm going to start with the base of the box, and we're going to fold and burnish these lines, and then for the exploding box base, you just have to remove all 4 corners of the cardstock. Okay, so that's the base of my box complete. Next, I'm coming in with the insert, and as you can see, this has been scored into a pizza style box, and we're going to fold and burnish all of these lines. And I'm going to start by cutting up all of the score lines to begin with. Now I'm going to make this the front flap of my box, so I'm going to remove these corner pieces completely. Then I'm going to miter in this flap. And this flap. And I'm going to do the same for my lid. Now with the lid, we're going to cut up the first score line and miter in, like this. Rotate the cardstock round, cut up the score line, and do the same again. And we're going to continue to do that all the way around, turning as we go. Next I'm going to build my lid, and I'm going to use fast fuse just for speed. And then we're going to match up edge to edge, nice and straight. And just put the sides together. So that's our lid built. Next I'm going to put the insert together. Now for the insert, slightly different because we need to cut 4 circles into one piece of the cardstock where we're going to place our eggs. But before I do that, I'm going to have to decorate it with a panel of DSP and another piece of cardstock, as I want the look of the box to feel a bit more finished. So I've gone ahead and organised the panels in advance to save some time. And I've got a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock here, and on top of that I've stuck another piece of the Sweetest Thing DSP. And the measurements for the Bermuda Bay cardstock is 3 5/8 of an inch by 3 5/8 of an inch, and the DSP has been cut at 3 3/8 of an inch by 3 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to one side of my insert now. Like that. Now I'm going to take my layering circle die, which I'm going to use to cut out the circle for my insert. The cutout circle measures 1 3/8 of an inch, and to be sure that you're using the correct die, you can actually just place your egg inside the die and it fits in around there. It's the perfect size to hold the egg securely. And I've gone ahead and cut 4 circles out with this die to give myself 4 templates, and I'm just going to place that onto my cardstock. I am just eyeballing it, but I just want them to be sort of spaced fairly evenly into the centre. I've placed some snail on the back of these circles, and I'm now going to place my die over the top of these circle templates and run them through my Big Shot, so I've got all 4 circles cut out. I'll go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and die cut the 4 circles out for where the eggs are going to be placed on the insert, and I can now stick the pizza box together. So I'm going to just apply glue to the tabs. Tuck the side flaps into the base, like so. Just fold that bottom flap up, okay? And that's your insert stuck together. And when I bring my base back in, you should find that all 4 flaps fold nicely up against it without leaving any gaps in the box. So I'm actually going to attach some tear and tape to the base of my insert. And I'm now going to place my box. I'm just going to move this slightly off camera so I can get it into the centre. And when you're happy that it's in the right place, press it firmly down. I've got my base panels for the side flaps, again in the Sweetest Thing DSP, and they're just going to be placed like this. And these panels have been cut, the cardstock, the Bermuda Bay cardstock, the first layer has been cut at 2 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch, and the DSP on top has been cut at 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these to the panels now. And now we can place our eggs inside the insert. I just love the way these Oreo eggs go so well with the paper. Such a good combo. Okay, so that's the box done. And then just to finish off the lid, I cut another piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock for the top of my lid, and at 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches, and the DSP on top has been cut at 3.5 by 3.5 inches. And the lid goes perfectly on, and you don't have to really add any more decoration, of course, but I'm actually going to add side panels of DSP and Bermuda Bay cardstock to just really make it look finished. And I've gone ahead and prepared my lid panels. The cardstock has been cut at 1 1/4 inches by 3 3/4 inch, and the DSP on top has been cut at 1 inch by 3.5 inches. And I'm now going to adhere these to all of the sides of the box. I just love how bright and bold this paper is. It's just so fun. Gorgeous. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my equally bright Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green double-sided ribbon, which is part of this, matches this DSP perfectly. And I'm just gonna pull that around, being careful not to jiggle my box and make my eggs fall out. Sorry, just having to go off camera to make sure the ribbon's even at the bottom, and doing my usual trick of pulling it around the top, crossing over at the bottom. Slipping the left side up underneath, the right side underneath, sorry, the left side over the top and under, like that. And obviously finishing in a bow. I love this double-sided ribbon, it's so gorgeous. And it works so well with this particular design of DSP as well, with all its rainbow colours. Literally any one of the colours would have looked great. Okay. Twizzle that side around a bit so you get the Coastal Cabana showing. That's it. And just to finish off there's a little bit of stamping. So for the base of my tag, I have got the very pretty sweet pins and tags that come as part of this suite, and as you can see they've got like a holographic edging to them. They're really pretty. So I've taken the circle one to start with, and then I've die cut a piece of the gorgeous grape stitched circle. I'll attach that with a dimensional. They do have tiny holes already punched in them, but I'm going to actually cover that up because I didn't want to attach it to the ribbon. I wanted to just stick it onto the box for ease. And I've got a smaller stitch circle die, so these are the two dies I've used. And I'm just going to take my gorgeous grape ink and my Easter greetings, which has come from Fable Friends. And I'm just going to stamp that straight onto my smaller circle, like that. And I'm going to place that on top of my circle die cuts. And I've gone ahead and stamped my gorgeous butterfly from the Butterfly Gala set. Just this stamp set here. And it's that lovely butterfly at the bottom. And I've just gone ahead and inked these solid pieces on top with some stamped off Melon Mambo. And I'm just going to place that like so at an angle. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm actually going to attach the back of my butterfly with a dimensional as well. Go around that E so it doesn't get covered up, like that. And then I'm going to literally just place that like so. So it kind of looks like it's hanging off the ribbon. And that is my beautiful Easter treat box with my 4 eggs inside. And as I said, it will fit the Cadbury's cream eggs as well. I really hope you enjoyed it today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn more about the project and the other products I've used, you can head over to my blog at stampinwithlove.net, where you'll be able to click on all the products that I've used and it'll take you straight to my online store if you'd like to purchase any of them. So wishing you all a very happy Easter, and I will see you very soon.